Hey folks, this is John Peniel of the John Peniel Show. Another beautiful day on the South Hill of Spokane. All right, so I'm going to continue on what I was talking about yesterday. This is part two of how not to give away your power. So, we've all given away our power to people. Here's the good news though: power can never be taken away from us. It can only be given away. So, if you know all the tricks to keeping your power by not giving it away, then you're good. Okay, so a major thing you want to do is you want to not sell yourself short. That's a good way to keep your power, not giving it away. This all boils down to self-belief. Follow up on your dreams. We all had dreams, those long buried dreams that you had as a kid. And you want to resurrect those dreams. You want to stoke it. And there are various ways of stoking those dreams. Let me give you an example. When I was growing up, when I was in sixth grade, I was about 12 years old. I went to I was going to a private school in South Carolina at the time, back in the early 80s. And there was this kid, this big, heavy-set kid that always would pick on me. And he would just like push me around and whatnot. He weighed probably twice as much as I did. I was all maybe 60 pounds or so. And he was like 120 pounds. And I mean, he wasn't like super mean or anything, but he was annoying. And he would challenge me to an arm wrestle. And of course, he would beat me very easily. Then he would just push me around and just kind of be a bully, but not in any specific malicious way. But so I just felt like a weakling at that time, and I didn't know how to cope with it. But interesting enough, around that time, I was reading some books that really fascinated me during that period of my life. They were Tarzan books. We all heard about Tarzan, right? Well, I was reading Tarzan, and I was also reading a book called The Jungle Book, which is kind of similar to Tarzan. So anyway, I was really heavily inspired by these books. I was reading them during that period of time, and I was so inspired that I was actually identifying myself with Tarzan and with the main character of the book in the Jungle Book, who was kind of like a Tarzan sort of person in that book. And we all know about Tarzan and Mowgli and the main character in the Jungle Book. They're very powerful, strong people, right? And I was just so fascinated with these stories. I was just totally identifying myself with Tarzan and with Mowgli in the Jungle Book. I read these books over and over and over again over a period of 3 or 4 months, and I guess it must have seeped into my subconscious to such a point that I was actually believing myself to be Tarzan in a way, And so anyway, the big bully one day said, "Hey, let's arm wrestle." I said, "Okay." And so we started at it. We went for it, and I beat him just as easily as he had beaten me every day for 3 months. And I was just like, he looked at me in utter disbelief. And I was kind of surprised too, but not too surprised, because I was just feeling real confident. And so I wasn't working out or anything, but all of a sudden I was, the arm wrestling champion of the whole school. I was a 60, 70 pound kid, and I was arm wrestling kids who were in 12th grade, and I was in 6th grade, and they weighed 120, 130 pounds, and I was beating them. I beat even the principal of the school in arm wrestling. I was nicknamed Antelope because I was the fastest runner in the school all of a sudden. I mean, I could outrun anybody in the school. It was a small school, 40 people. And it was ranging from kindergarten to 12th grade, and I was in 6th grade at the time. So anyway, all this to say this is how you can stoke yourself. If you can identify with books that inspire you, go for it. Where you can just wrap yourself in a character that gives you that self-belief. I can't stress this enough. For me personally, this is the Hebrew Bible. I get my inspiration from here. This is how I draw my strength from the God of Israel. And that may be your way of doing it, or you may have another way of doing it. If you don't believe in God, then there's certainly things that that inspire you, and that's how you can stoke your self-belief, and that's how you can reignite your dreams and believe in all that you are. And when you do that, you keep your power. You're building your power, really. I mean, you're just consolidating your power. You're it's a form of soul retrieval. So you're impregnable. No, I mean, there's no way you could be tricked into giving away your power, because you're so confident in yourself. You feel powerful, and self-belief is so strong that it affects your body, just like what I was just saying a few minutes ago. It actually can make you physically stronger. It's mind over matter, basically. So that's how you can do this. You follow up on your dreams. You believe in yourself. You stoke your passions. You immerse yourself in things that inspire you, whether it's music, books, movies. You don't want to get to the point where you're in fantasy land. And I have to admit, when I was 12 years old, I was kind of in fantasy land, but it wasn't harmful. I snapped out of it. But you want to be realistic too. So those are ways and methods. I hope that helps you. Nothing else is coming to mind at the moment. And believe it or not, I don't plan these talks. I don't hardly have any idea what I'm going to say. Sometimes no idea. Yeah, I just go for it. So, okay. Here's another thing. Do things that are out of the ordinary. That kind of stretch your boundaries. That take a little courage. Something outside of your comfort zone, but something that is exciting at the same time. This, I do this, I don't plan. I just do it. So that's kind of scary. It's kind of, on the fly. But when I do it, I feel more confident in myself. So that's that's another thing you can do. You can do things that you normally wouldn't do. Is outside your comfort zone. And you just kind of get a spontaneous streak. Say, I'm going to do it. Go for it. And when you do it, you'll surprise yourself. It'll consolidate your power all that much more and the more you do it. And when you do that, you're going to be inspiring other people to do the same also. Okay, folks, that wraps it up. So I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you got a lot out of it, or at least something out of it. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Shalom and namaste.